Hello, everyone out there in YouTube, Rumble, and Xland. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I, of course, am Diego. And today we're going to continue to talk about my best friend's wedding. That's right, from 1997. You all love that movie. I know how much you all love that movie. Okay. And I also have some personal relationship with this movie as well. And I'm going to get into that also while I'm reviewing this movie. Now, I've not seen this movie in a very long time. So I watched it again, and it brought back a lot of memories. A lot of shit, man. Oh, God, to be young and dumb again, huh? Wow. You know, because when you're young, it's all about the fucking feelings. It's all about like, oh, my God, you know, it's fucking Titanic and shit, which also came out the same year this movie did, okay, which was a lot more successful. But, you know, when you're young, man, your feelings are fucking everything, man. It's like, you know, you meet a girl you love, or oh God, I want to spend the whole fucking world with you, and then a week later, you're fucking her best friend and shit, man. It's like, you know what the fuck happened? Well, you know, hormones happened. Okay, you know, you watch too much bullshit. You watch too much TV. That's what happened. Okay, you believe in the fucking romance and shit, you know. And what sucks, man, what sucks the most is that, and I'm a victim of this myself, because I was in the Marines. I was active duty. Okay, when this movie came out, I was stationed in Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. All right, and I was poor, man. I was a private. I had no fucking money, no car, I had nothing. All right, and I was very lonely, man. And fucking military base is 99.99% men. Okay. And the guys, you know, that were making more money, that fucking had cars and shit, they could just leave, you know, and go do stuff. They're the ones that were getting laid, not me. What the fuck? So what else I have to do on a fucking Saturday night? I walked over to the base theater, so it's free for us, and I watched whatever they were showing in the movie theater. You know, sometimes they would show 3 movies a day. You know, it was never a new release. It was always something that already was done at the regular box office. So they just started playing it at the theater. You know, whatever was there. Okay, that's what I watched. Okay, it beat fucking, you know, it beating off, that's for sure. So I fucking went over there, and this was one of those fucking movies that I saw. It was my best friend's wedding. I thought it was okay at the time. Mostly it made me homesick because I'm from Chicago, and the movie takes place there, so I recognize all the locations where they filmed it, and it really, really made me homesick. Like, I remember thinking, like, damn it, I can't wait to get some liberty time, you know, some leave where I can, you have to earn leave in the military, you know, and I just want to take some leave, and I want to go to Chicago and visit my family and shit. So I remember that very well. There's one thing I took away from watching that movie. The first time was that. But the second time I watched it is because I think I told you already, I met a girl. Of course, a woman was involved. I met a girl. I was actually I was deployed in the Mojave Desert in California at 29 Palms. Okay, those of you Marines out there know what that is. I was at Camp Wilson. Yes, I was doing a combined armed combat exercise. It was a training exercise. So they sent us out there for a few months every year. Okay, so I was there and shit, you know, and on the base there, on the main base, you know, every once in a while we got the opportunity to go to the main side. That's where the stores were and shit. Because I was sleeping in a fucking tent. Okay, and it's a fucking 110 degrees outside during the day. There's no vegetation. It's a fucking desert. No vegetation out there. It's fucking hot as fuck. All right, and I'm sleeping in a fucking tent. Okay, when I wasn't on my fucking hog, and when I wasn't on my fucking tank, I was sleeping on a fucking tent. Okay, I mean, it fucking sucked. It fucking sucked. All right, living outdoors and shit, I fucking could not stand. Especially, I'm a city boy, for Christ's sake. Okay, and I'm in the fucking desert. But every once in a while, they allowed us to go to the main side, which is where the stores were. The phone center was there. There was a gym there, like a high-class gym there. You know, so basically, the closest thing we're gonna get to fucking, you know, civilization, without actually leaving the base. Okay, like the cafeteria there, the chow hall was much better food, even though it was shit. It was still better than the shit we're eating out in the fucking sand. Okay, so yeah, so you know, we took advantage of that every chance we did, and of course, you know, I went there and I went to the gym. It was way at the top of the hill. Okay, it had a modern day gym. Yeah, it had TVs in there, air conditioning, sauna, hot tub. You know, even though it was fucking hot outside, I wanted to feel kind of pampered and shit. So, you know, I went in the sauna. I went in the steam room. I went in the fucking hot tub. Okay, because I wanted that. Okay, and the gym is where I met this girl. All right, she was around my age. She was married, but her husband went around. Okay, no, I'm not condoning that. I'm not condoning that. But you know, I was young. I was very young. I was in my 20s. Okay, it was the late 90s. I was in my 20s. My fucking Spice Girls was. They were playing Spice Girls in the gym. All right. Giving you everything, all the joy you bring. This I swear. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You know that song. Why did I think of that? I remember just being in the gym and seeing the fucking trailer for fucking U.S. Marshals, which was the fucking sequel to The Fugitive, okay? So if you want to know when this happened exactly, okay, think about when that movie came out, okay, U.S. Marshals, when they were playing the commercials on TV for U.S. Marshals. That was the sequel to The Fugitive, okay, but Wesley Snipes and Robert Downey Jr. were in it, all right? Because I remember them playing that commercial in the gym. All right. So that was going on. I think Jenny McCarthy had a fucking TV show too. Why do I remember this shit? Because we didn't have TV out in the fucking desert. We didn't have TV. So me going to the main side base to work out, and there's TVs in there. I was seeing a little bit of what the regular civilians were watching. Okay. Because there was no TV out there for us, okay? So that's how I knew there was a Jenny McCarthy show. The Spice Girls had a new video, just things like that. I learned it from this. So anyway, so that happened here, and I met this girl there, and I liked her. I'm not gonna say her name because we're still friends. And I liked her a lot, and then she liked me, and we hit it off. She lived on base, that kind of thing. And this was her favorite movie. I think she might have changed it now. I'm not going to ask her, okay, because she's married now. All right. Yeah, she got married again. Yeah. Okay. I mean, she got like a fan. She's been married for like 20 years. I was at her fucking wedding. She's been married almost 20 years. Okay. I went to her wedding. It was almost 20 years ago. All right. Yes, I went to her wedding. Oh my God. But anyway, so we met each other and we hit it off and stuff, and it was pretty good. And I caught feelings. I did. Well, what did you expect me to do? Shit, like I said, there was no women around. And here's probably one of the best looking women on the whole fucking base there, and she's got eyes for me. Like, you think I'm gonna turn that down? Okay. I mean, shit, man. I was like I said, I was broke. Okay, well, by this time I think I was a corporal. So I'd already picked up some rank. I think I already had a car, but like I said, I wasn't home. I wasn't in North Carolina. I was in fucking the desert, in Mojave Desert in California. So I met up with her. She actually worked at the Burger King. I mean, yeah, she worked at the Burger King down base. I wonder if it's still there. Okay, so so I hung out at her house. Whenever I got a chance to go to main side, I would call her up and she would pick me up, and we would hang out together all day at her house and stuff, which was really, really cool. It really was, and we went out to the store together. I mean, one time my friends caught me with her and stuff, like, oh, who's that guy? What the fuck? Diego's fucking seeing a girl on base, Thank God they didn't look to see if she was married or not. But and we snuck off base once. Yes, I did. We snuck off. Okay. We went to Palm Springs. All right, we went to Palm Springs. I'd never been there before. I've never been there since. We went to Palm Springs. So we anyway, the point is that we hooked up, okay? And I caught feelings for her. I remember I did. And it really hurt my feelings when I had to leave, and her husband was going to come back, and like I said, I didn't live there. I lived in North Carolina. I was just there for temporarily to do this training exercise, and I was going to go back. So but I caught feelings for her, and I wrote to her, and we wrote to each other all the time, and that kind of thing, and even after I got out of the Marines, we still kept in touch. We still wrote to each other and sent pictures and stuff like that. And eventually the internet took over everything, and we started emailing each other and stuff like that. And in 2002, I believe it was, she had I was in Chicago for a while. I hadn't fucking gone out to Iraq yet, okay, but she went through her first divorce, from her first husband, and she was kind of depressed and stuff. She had no kids. So I invited her to Chicago. Hey, come spend time with me, and I planned it. And this is how much I cared about this girl. I planned it so much that as a gift to her, I was going to recreate this movie. Okay, and I did. I recreated it as best as I could at the time. I was in my 20s, So when I picked her up at the airport, okay, she flew in from O'Hare though, not from Midway. Okay, I picked her up at the airport and I showed her around Chicago, and we went out. And we went to all the places that were in this movie. I made a checklist. That's how much she loved this movie. Okay, this is what I did for her. I recreated this movie for her. We went to all the places that were in this movie. Okay, we spent a lot of time at the Drake Hotel. Okay, we're down Adams and Michigan Avenue. Okay, I took her to Comiskey Park. Okay, where the White Sox played. I even took her to Wrigley Field, where the Chicago Cubs played. You know, we did a lot of things together. Okay, we did a lot of things together. It was a very fun trip. I took her to the Art Institute of Chicago, where I used to go to school there, and it was a really good time. It's really, really good time. Gotta be young and in love and shit. And those feelings were all there. They really were. And obviously. But I knew it wasn't going to last. I knew she wasn't going to move to Chicago, and I sure as fuck wasn't going to move to Iowa. Okay, but we kept in touch and stuff. But I just remember this. Why I remember this movie so much, and this is one of the reasons I was very reluctant to review this movie, because I knew that once I started talking about this movie, I knew that some of these feelings were going to come back. Okay, and if I'm reviewing it for you, then you're going to see it. Okay, you're going to see it like as I fucking remember this stuff. All right. But yeah, I remember it very well. It was a really, really good time in my life. And she really, God, she really just meant so fucking much to me at that time. She still does, but it's different now, obviously. I have moved on since her. I'm not crying over her, nothing like that. I'm just, for a little while, I went back to that place. While I was reviewing this movie, I went back to that place, to that guy I used to be, and I remember what was important to that guy. And one of the biggest things that was important to me back then was her. Okay, so this movie kind of brought all that back. Like, oh God, I haven't felt that in years. I haven't felt that about her in years. But now watching this movie, I'm remembering not so much how much I like this movie. I still stand by my chick flick destruction review. Okay, I think this movie's shit. I do. I think that the best thing about this movie is the fucking gay guy, is Rupert Everett as George Downs. I think he saves the movie. Okay, he gives it a pass. He was very good in this movie. The scenes that he's in are very good, and he's very good. He's very charming. Okay, and he provides a lot of levity. Okay, that's needed during certain scenes when it's really needed. Okay, and he steals the show. He really does. His character really steals the show. Okay, so I liked him a lot in this movie. I think he was the best thing in the movie was Rupert Everett. Okay. But having said that, there's just way too many fucking negatives in this movie for me to give it a pass. Okay, there's just too many. And it's the typical rom-com tropes. It's the typical Julia Roberts. She plays the same fucking bitch in every fucking movie. The same thing. The man, the love interest is not acting like a man. He acts like a fucking pussy boy. Because that's what guys have to be in these fucking movies. They don't act like real men. There's things like that, and because of that, this movie's a perfect example of those things. Because of that, I'm not going to give this movie a pass. Okay, but like I said, I have a personal connection to this movie, not because I liked it, but because a girl that I loved this movie. She really did. Okay, and that's why this movie is important to me. Now let's get on to the review, shall we? Okay, all right. So where we left off last time, I told you that Julia Roberts' character, her name is Jules Potter. She lives in New York, I guess. Okay, she's an author and she's also a food critic. And even though she's only fucking 27 years old, all the 5-star restaurants are afraid of her. Like they'll bend over backwards because they don't want her to give them a bad review. That kind of thing. Like they'll shit themselves every time she walks in the fucking door of the restaurant. That kind of thing. And George, the gay guy, Rupert Everett's character, George Downs, that's her editor, and it's also really her best friend. Okay. Now this movie is supposed to make us believe that she has a heterosexual best friend. Okay, played by fucking Dermot Mulroney. How can you fucking forget that name? All right, Jules, this girl's all wrong for me, Jules. You see how like my mouth is open all the fucking time, like this. That's me in the whole fucking movie, dude. Yeah, he's just like that the whole fucking movie. Anyway, with that scar on his fucking lip right there. But yeah, so that's her best friend, even though fucking she doesn't tell him shit about her life and he doesn't tell her shit. But they're best friends, just go with it, okay? We're supposed to believe that this guy is the most important man in her life, even though she didn't fucking know he was getting married. She didn't know he had a serious girlfriend. She didn't know he was thinking about marriage. She didn't know what the fuck was going on with his life. He didn't know where the fuck she was for like over a month. He didn't know what was going on in her life, or her career, or nothing. Okay, yet they're supposed to be best friends. Okay, get the fuck out. It's a plot device. Okay, they're not really best friends. To be honest with you, they're not, and they don't really come across as best friends. They come across as two people that are kind of like stuck together in this movie. Like they have to act like they're best friends, right? Because really is no chemistry between Jules and Michael. There really isn't, okay? I mean, they see each other, they're polite to each other and stuff, okay? But they don't come across as people that have known each other for a very long time and know everything about each other. Like I said, if they knew everything about each other, none of this shit, a lot of the story is based on Jules being shocked to find out something about Michael that she didn't know. Okay, well, if this guy was your best friend, you would have known. You would have known. He would have told you. Okay, he would have told you he was going to marry this girl. He was going to ask this girl to marry him way before you ever fucking met her. Way before they ever set a wedding date. Way before you ever fucking did it. You know, like that's not a best friend. I've had, like, this the girl I told you about, and I can say her name, okay, but I was very close to her, okay, and I told her about girls that I was dating, and I told her about things that were relationship problems, okay, and things when I wanted to get serious with somebody, where I met someone special. I told her those things, okay. She wasn't in the dark, okay. She didn't fucking like, oh my God, really? You're gonna marry her in 3 days? You know, there's none of that shit. You know, when she got married, she told me when she started dating the guy. She told me when things were getting serious. She told me when he asked her to marry him. She invited me over to the fucking wedding, for Christ's sake. Okay, so like it wasn't a shock. I wasn't flabbergasted. You see what I mean? And Jules is, okay, which means she doesn't fucking know this guy. Okay, apparently Michael was just a fucking, like a 1 month, they had a fling for 1 month. For some reason, they took a vacation from Brown University and they went to fucking Tucson, Arizona, and they fucked around over there. Okay, and then of course, like usual, she dumps all the guys that she fucks. She doesn't want anything serious. She doesn't want, she doesn't want to feel led and believe in love. So she dumped him, and he said, oh, I feel like I'm losing my best friend. And so even though they weren't together anymore, they stayed best friends. Okay, get the fuck out. You were supposed to expect me to believe that. This is back when they were all like fucking 18, 19 years old. And now it's 9 years later, and she's 27, and he's 28. Okay, and he's getting married, and that pisses her off. She realizes now that she really loves this guy, even though she doesn't know a fucking thing about her now. Okay, at least not anything recent. And she sure as fuck doesn't know about him right now. She realizes that she's in love with him. Okay, so she's going to stop the wedding. Okay, she's going to fucking sabotage it, so that she can get him back, even though she never really had him, okay? He's the romantic one. He's the one that wants something serious. He wants the wife. He wants kids. He wants to be with a woman that he can hold forever, and she's not going to fucking make him let go, that kind of thing. And these are all the things that fucking Jules is not and does not want in her life, supposedly, until now. She just woke up one day and took a shit and decided that she's in love with Michael, a guy that she fucking friend zoned. But now that he put her in the friend zone, now she can't handle it, okay? That's why they never make chick flicks about that shit. They never show the girl in the friend zone. It's always the guy that's in the friend zone, right? Get the fuck out of here, ladies. Oh my God. Okay? No, men don't really put girls in the friend zone. They just don't consider them at all. Honestly, they don't. Okay? A friend zone girl for me would be, the definition for me would be a girl that likes me and I know she likes me, but I don't like her. And so I have a little talk with her or something like that, or I make sure that I always keep her at a distance. I never lead on, make her think that I might like her. I keep her at a distance, but I'm so nice to her. Okay, that kind of thing. No, I don't fucking do that shit. All right. If I'm not I can have friends that are just girls, but not a girl that I know fucking likes me. If a girl likes me and I do not like her, I'm gonna make it a point to not be around her. Okay, I'm going to avoid her, okay? Because the last thing I want her to do is to misread my signals or something and start thinking that, I want something more than I actually do. That's why girls are never in the friend zone. They're just not even considered, okay? Women put men in the friend zone all the fucking time. Okay, because even though they're not attracted to the guy, they still want validation from them. They still want a guy to tell them how beautiful they are and pay for their fucking dinner and take them to fucking movies and shit and fly them to fucking Italy. Okay, they still want that. Okay, and when they're in between the fucking the rich fucking ripped abs, fucking square jawed, well hung guys. Okay, when we're in between those guys, they still need a fucking beta male to fucking make them feel special until they find the next fucking well-hung stud, okay? And then of course the beta male thinks, oh my God, eventually she'll quit dating these fucking 6'4", chiseled abs, chisel features, well-hung studs, and she'll find that I'm the one she really wants. You see what I mean? That's the guy that's in the friend zone, okay? And that makes no fucking sense the other way around. But anyway, so we're here, okay, and Jules decides to go to Chicago. She goes there. Michael meets her at the airport. She finally meets Kimmy. That's Cameron Diaz's character. Kimmy is this rich fucking debutante debutante. Okay, she's going to school at the University of Chicago for architecture. Okay, but she doesn't really need to go to school. Okay, because her dad's a fucking billionaire who owns the Chicago White Sox. Okay, what a coincidence. Okay, and guess what Michael does for a living? He's a sports writer. He's a sports writer. That means he flies around the United States following sporting events, baseball events, and he writes. He writes copy on it. He writes in the magazine or the newspaper, whatever the fuck he does. Okay, he writes about the games. He's a sports writer. Apparently, it's a low-paying, zero-respect job, but he loves doing it. Okay, even though he's fucking marrying a fucking billionairess, he still loves his fucking low-paying, zero-respect job. Okay, whatever. We're supposed to go with that. All right. Oh, and the fact that his fiance's dad owns the White Sox and is a billionaire has nothing to do with the fact that he's in love with Kimmy. He never even considered it. It's no fucking big deal. Okay. In fact, when he told Jules about it, he just name dropped it like it was nothing. Oh, yeah, her dad's like I think he owns like the White Sox or something. But anyway, the point is that she's all wrong for me, Jules. She's rich, and so sophisticated. Get the fuck out of here with that noise. Okay, I don't fucking believe that at all. Okay, what I do believe is that once this guy found out that this girl who owns the White Sox, likes him. Okay, I think he capitalized on that. I think he decided, okay, this is the girl I'm going to marry, okay, because she can get me in the family. That can help my career. I'll never have to work hard again. Okay, boom, I'm set for life. Okay, I don't have to worry about anything anymore because now I'm married to her. She's going to give me some kids. Boom, we're going to have fun. We're going to have a great life together. Okay, that I can believe. He fell in love with her, because he knows that she's in love with him. Okay, don't give me this fucking shit that he fell in love with her and then later on he found out that her dad owns the White. Get the fuck out of here with that noise. Ripley don't fucking believe that shit. But anyway, so that's going on here. Jules shows up at the airport at Midway Airport. She meets Michael there. She's introduced to Kimmy for the first time. Kimmy, of course, is Cameron Diaz's fucking spaz character. She played this character before on Charlie's Angels. She played this character in fucking There's Something About Mary. She's just a ditzy blonde girl. Oh my God, I've never had a sister. With her big eyes and shit, and her wild expressions on her face, and her summer dress, and her hair. Oh my God. I've always wanted to meet you. Oh, you talk to my show all the time. Just like that. Okay, just fucking chewing the scenery. Like fucking creating, of course, Jules, who's fucking more reserved and a stuck-up bitch. Okay, she's more just like. Doing her fucking Jennifer Aniston impression there. But anyway, so she does not like her, obviously. That's the competition, okay? So that's going on here, okay? And what's going on here? Okay, so so they meet each other, okay? And on the drive, they're driving a convertible, okay? And they're driving it on the highway. They're on Highway 55. Yes, I recognize that highway because I noticed McCormick Place, the convention center there in the background. So she's driving like a mad woman, swerving through traffic, at 90 miles an hour without signaling, that kind of shit. Okay, and she tells, and of course, Jules is fucking scared to death. She's gonna die in a fucking car accident. Okay, and Kimmy tells her that because her best friend broke her foot or some shit and doing something stupid, okay, she doesn't have a maid of honor. Okay, so she asks Jules to be her maid of honor, even though they just fucking met. Okay, and Jules even points it out. Maybe you should ask someone that you haven't just known for 5 seconds. Okay. Okay, but she tells her, no, and you're my maid of honor. Okay, and she tells Kimmy tells Jules, I got 4 days to make you my new best friend. Okay, and force you to get personal. Okay, so clearly Michael told Kimmy everything about Jules that he knows. Okay, that she doesn't believe in love, she doesn't believe in romance, she doesn't believe in marriage. Okay, she's a stuck-up bitch. She likes to be seen. Okay, she likes to be the center of attention. Okay, she only cares about herself. Okay, that kind of thing. Okay, so Kimmy already got the fucking 411 on Jules already. Okay, so the next scene we have is we see Jules getting fitted for a lavender dress. That's for a bridesmaid dress, and she points out that bridesmaids are supposed to wear the same color. Okay, and then Kimmy tells her, "Not you, because you wouldn't be comfortable unless you were distinctive." Okay, in other words, Michael told her, okay, that she would not wear. She doesn't want to be like all the other girls. See, that's the thing about these fucking rom-coms, especially with Julia Roberts. even though fucking she represents all women, okay, because they spend their fucking money and make their boyfriends fucking spend their money to make them see her fucking movies, okay. The thing about it is Julia Roberts is the boss bitch, okay. She always plays that role because she wants all women to be boss bitches, not mothers, not wives, okay. That doesn't fucking matter. Not for today's woman. She's got to be the boss bitch. Okay, and boss bitches don't believe in romance. Sex is just so somebody, you just fuck a guy, get off, and then get rid of him and find another guy. Okay, your career comes first, your traveling comes first, your eating comes first, all that, your shopping comes first, all that shit that fucking that's not gonna last with you, doesn't give a shit about you. All that shit comes first. You see what I mean? That's the trope for the modern feminist. That's third wave feminism right there. Okay, and this movie is proponent of that. Okay, so she doesn't act. She abhors everything that's girly. Okay, and Cameron Diaz tells her that, Kimmy tells her this, you don't like girly things, okay? You don't believe in things like love and romance and marriage and weddings, you know, and shit that girls like. You don't like that kind of stuff, okay? So the movie's really trying to make you understand that Jules is a modern woman, okay? A modern woman is just use men for sex, okay? They're not fucking baby machines, they're corporate machines. Okay, because that's a lot more fucking important. Okay, they're career driven. They're breaking the glass fucking ceiling. Okay, they're not fucking getting married and having kids and fuck that noise. Okay, that's for the peon women to do. Okay, you see what I mean? You know, men are just disposable fucking dildos, right? Okay, see that's the thing. All right, you can get away with that while you're young and pretty, but let me tell you something. Once you're not, okay, you're gonna find it pretty hard to get a guy to ask you out. I'm just saying. Okay. You're gonna be on those fucking Tinder sites. Those fucking sites where the guys are always swiping left. Okay, yeah, I know. Anyway, so that's going on here, okay? So like Kimmy already knows everything about Jules' personality, okay? And she says like, I know everything, you know, you hate things that are considered conventional female priorities. Weddings, marriages, romance, love. Okay? And Kimmy says that she used to be that way too. Okay, until she met Michael. And then Jules gets uncomfortable and she tries to step off the podium, the pedestal there where they're fitting her dress. And of course, as soon as she moves her hips one way, the dress rips. And everyone fucking shits themselves. Like, what the fuck, man? Why would you make a dress that you can't move in? I mean, come on. This is stupid. I thought you're supposed to be a professional dressmakers there. Okay, you're gonna sew a dress onto her and then then shit yourself when she fucking moves 2 inches and it fucking rips? Come on, this is stupid. Anyway, moving right along. She calls George, her best gay friend, back in New York while she's in the dressing room in her bra and in her fucking lingerie and shit, or her fucking undies. Okay, and then of course Michael walks in and she gets all embarrassed and tries to cover herself and shit. Now, you know, like, it's already been established that he has fucked her in the past. He has seen her naked before. He even tells her that. He's like, I've seen you naked before, Jules. It's no big deal. Okay. But she likes him and he's engaged in another woman. So of course she's got to cover herself now because it's embarrassing, right? Even though she came there to fucking, to win him over. Okay. So that's going on, okay, and Michael walks in, okay, and she gets all turned on when he tells her that she looks great. And then she's like, oh my God, I've got to have him back. My pussy's getting wet. Ah! Yeah, I guess you couldn't find a guy in New York, right? All right, so anyway, in the elevator at the Chicago Hilton, Jules tries to point out all of Michael's flaws to Kimmy. Okay, so it's just her and Kimmy together in the elevator. She tries to discourage Kimmy from marrying him, trying to tell him like how he's a bad snorer and that kind of, and just shit like that. His aftershave sucks, you know. And actually, Kimmy actually knows more about his faults than she does because Kimmy's actually sleeping with him every night. Okay, recently. Okay, you know, that kind of shit. All right. You know what? One thing I thought was weird is that Jules wears her sunglasses even though she's fucking inside a goddamn fucking elevator. All right, okay, and she complains about his snoring, you know, and then they spend like a minute or two imitating fucking Dermot Mulroney snoring. They're like that, you know, like they both do it. Like even people walk in the elevator and they're still doing it. Like it's stupid. Okay, but anyway, that happens. Okay, and Jules tells Kimmy, oh, you know, he likes to smoke cigars in bed, and Kimmy's, oh, I broke him from that habit. I took care of that. I broke him from that habit. You know, that kind of thing. You know, he wears Reeboks to dinner. Who gives a fuck? You know, he likes the action movies. Holy shit! Why don't you just fucking burn them at the stake while you're at it? Okay, you know what, bitches? Guys like action movies, all right? Because guys like to be men of action, even if they're not. They pretend to be. You see what I mean? Okay, we like action fucking movies, all right? Just like you fucking bitches like this shit. Okay, the difference is we know action movies are bullshit. It ain't gonna fucking happen. Y'all watch this shit and you think this shit's gonna fucking happen to you. That's the fucking difference, all right? Will you tell me which one's worse? Anyway, so yeah, so he likes action movies. I guess that goes in the negative column, all right? No, it just means he's a fucking guy, okay? If he didn't like action movies, he wouldn't be fucking you, all right? So anyway, he likes to read over Kimmy's shoulder. Like that's a deal breaker or some shit, all right? And he likes karaoke, which Kimmy does not like because Kimmy cannot sing. So she's scared to death of karaoke. Of course, Jules going to remember this for later on. Okay. And then, of course, Kimmy tells Jules that he likes to suck his soup from in between his teeth. And then Jules like, that's a trademark. Do not touch that one. Now that right there should tell you, hey, come on. Okay, I know, Kimmy, I know you're playing a fucking airheaded ditz, okay? But right there, the girl just right there fucking told you, okay? Just fucking told you do not disrespect him, okay? Only a woman, okay, who's attractive like her. Yeah, she looked attractive back then with her big nous and a big fucking witch nose. She still looked attractive back then with that big fucking perm hair of hers, okay? She hadn't gotten ugly yet like she is now. But, you know, if a girl like that, okay, talked to you that way about your fiance, okay, any fucking normal human being would realize, okay, that this woman fucking likes him too. Okay? This is not a woman you can trust with your fiance. All right? You see what I mean? Let me tell you something, okay? The girl that I was talking to you about earlier, okay? If any of my girlfriends, well, actually, some of my girlfriends actually did meet her, okay? But if they were, well, actually, I'm thinking of one right now. She actually met her and she actually got jealous. She did. She got jealous of her, okay? Which is rightfully so, okay? All right, you know? You wouldn't fucking hate it when the guy, I mean, guys, we hate it too. When we meet one of your ex-lovers and the guy's like fucking rich and fucking handsome and shit, like then all that, you're like, what the fuck? And she settled for me and she had this guy, you know, that kind of thing, you know? Yeah, it makes us feel bad too, but women, oh my God, look at the way women act. Okay, when you know, they run into an old lover of yours, okay, and the girl looks fucking hot, okay, it's hot as fuck. But anyway, any normal human being would realize that Jules is after Michael, okay, but Kimmy's too fucking stupid to realize that, okay, so she's gonna treat her like they're best friends, okay. And the whole premise is fucking stupid and ridiculous, all right? And by the way, just so you know, ladies, guys don't do this. We don't do this shit, okay? If I met my girlfriend's best friend was a guy and he was straight, okay, I'm not gonna fucking try to bond with him. I'm not gonna fucking compare notes on which one of us fucked her better and what she likes, you know, or what her fucking idiosyncrasies are, and compare notes. Okay, who made her come the most, at what time, what were the circumstances? We don't fucking do this shit. Okay, this is fucking stupid. And then of course it ends with fucking Kimmy going like, oh, but he sure can kiss. Okay. So anyway, Kimmy gets all fucking claustrophobic in the elevator. All right, and you know, Jules like she's like, you know, the list that I had, you know what I did? I threw it away because he is not a spreadsheet. He is a man. He's not a spreadsheet. He's a man. Okay. And I realized that the only thing on that list that I couldn't control was you. She's like, I had to learn how to get rid of my competitive side because believe me, I got one. Okay, oh my God. So basically they're laying out the whole plot for you right here, okay? You know, and Jules, of course, has a meltdown. She's like, because Kimmy stopped the elevator to tell her all this. So Jules just like, oh, I couldn't find spaces. Oh, you know, that kind of fucking thing, you know? Right? And she's like, I won't be jealous of you forever, okay? Just because you're perfect, okay? So I've decided, you win. She's like, you win. I will never live up to you. He will always have you on a pedestal. And me in his arms. That's actually not bad. I'm gonna have to use that someday. You know, hey, listen, dude. I know you had a thing with her, and I'm sure that no matter what happens, okay, I know that she'll always be a place in her heart for you. Okay, I get that, and there's nothing I can do about that. All right. Okay, but I'm the one that's gonna be fucking in the ass tonight. That's a good one, isn't it? Yeah, I should use that one. How do you know I haven't? Anyway, so of course the elevator door opens now and Jules runs out of there. And the first thing, you know, typical fucking body comedy, clown comedy, she crashes right into a waiter serving hors d'oeuvres and she spills it everywhere. And then she meets these two fucking slutty twins that dress alike. I don't know, I don't think they're even twins. I think they're just fucking, they just look similar. Okay, but they're dressed alike with their fucking summer hats on because they're all rich white people there. Okay, I guess this is like a rehearsal dinner party or lunch or some shit, whatever. Anyway, during this scene is where we meet. Jules gets to meet like Isabel, that's Kimmy's mom, you know, shit like that. All right. So at this stuffy fucking party with a bunch of fucking rich people. All right. So that's going on here. Okay. You know, like I said, we meet Isabel. Okay, that's played by Suzanne Sullivan. You remember her. My mom used to watch her on fucking Falcon Crest. She was always on Falcon Crest. All right. Later on, the next scene is Comiskey Park. Okay, Comiskey Park, which is not called Comiskey Park anymore. I don't even know what it's called now, but they changed it to U.S. Cellular Field. But it's where the White Sox played. Okay, it's a very famous stadium. Okay, obviously, those of you who know about the White Sox know about the scandal from 1919. Okay, where the Sox threw the World Series and shit. All that happened there at Comiskey Park. So anyway, because Michael is the love interest in this movie, is a sports writer, he's there and he's sitting there with his boss. Okay, because these are all old white guys in fucking polo shirts. All right. Okay, and of course we also meet Walter Wallace, who's the owner of the fucking White Sox in this fucking movie, which is bullshit. The real owner, I think I wrote that name down. The real owner of the White Sox, okay, is a guy named Jerry Reisendorf. Okay, Jerry Rice, and he owned it back in 1997 too. He also owns the Chicago Bulls. All right, this movie's expecting you to believe that this guy Walter Wallace is the owner. That's Kimmy's dad. Okay, who's clearly Christian. Bull fucking shit. The owner Jerry is fucking Jewish. Okay, Jewish. All right. So, yeah, but they're trying to play it off, okay, that he's actually like a Christian owns the fucking White Sox. No, I don't think so. Anyway, moving right along. So they're at Comiskey Park. Jules is serving beer to everybody, and kind of like Michael notices that Jules is not the kind of girl that would serve anybody anything, okay, except maybe a good case of fucking herpes or AIDS. Anyway, because she fucks around. Okay, so he thinks that she's not acting like herself. Okay, now she already knows. She meets his boss. You know, she meets Kimmy's dad, but she already knew Michael's dad, so she's very personable with him. Okay, she already knows fucking Michael's little brother, who's a fucking like a preteen, like he's probably like 12 or 13. She already knows him, and clearly this kid has the hots for her. He probably always had. He probably beat off to her a couple of years ago or some shit like that. He looks like he would. All right, but apparently the little brother's gonna be the best man. Why? Because this fucking dude has no guy friends. He has no adult male friends. Okay, you know why? Because he's a closeted homosexual. He's the real homosexual in this movie is fucking Michael O'Neill, okay? Not fucking Rupert Everett, okay? It's him, okay? That's why, because they can't write, because nobody involved in this movie knows what a straight guy fucking is, okay? So they can't write one, okay? A guy like this, especially if he's in the sports industry, would have a shitload of fucking friends, a shitload of male friends, okay? A shitload, okay? And there's none to be found in this fucking movie, okay? He's the only fucking guy there that's not a fucking old man and that's not gay. Okay, get the fuck out of here. Come on, man. See, this is what I'm talking about. You these fucking gay guys and these fucking third wave feminist bitches who can't fucking get laid to write this shit. This is the kind of guy they come up with. Okay, completely unfucking realistic. Okay, think you'd have at least one guy friend to be a best man. No, he's got to give it to his little fucking 13-year-old brother who's gonna be jerking off to fucking Julia Roberts later on. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, so that's going on here. Okay. Yeah, so that happens here, okay, and they talk in private. She makes a little joke about, hey, I got moves you never seen. You know, this stupid fucking shit like that. Anyway, they talk in private at Comiskey Park. They go off together and have a little conversation, okay, and he likes Kimmy. He tells her that she lets me hold her. She lets me hold her as long as I want to without pulling away, you know, like you did. Okay, like seriously. And then Julia Roberts actually asked him, "Did I do that when we were together? Did I pull away?" He's like, "Yes, you did." Like, really, bitch? You didn't know that? Like, who else would know that? Of course you fucking pulled away from him. Why do you think that's something he didn't like about you? Why do you think he's not fucking marrying you? Why do you think he didn't ask you to marry him? Why do you think he would never fucking want to be with a fucking slut like you? Okay? A chick that goes through guys like toilet paper. What the fuck about you makes you think he would ever fall in love with you? Okay, this movie is written by gay guys. Jesus fucking Christ, man. You fuck whores. You don't marry them. Not if you're smart. Not if you have any fucking self-esteem. Get the fuck out of here. God damn it, a bitch who's got more bodies than Hitler, like she does, that wouldn't even know how to fucking pair bond with anybody. She's already a selfish asshole. God damn, you had to add slut on top of that? Dude, what the fuck would you even want to be with her? Why would you want to be near her, dude? You're going to catch AIDS. Anyway, moving right along. Okay. It's obvious that he's the bitch in this relation. He's the romantic one. He's the one that wants the fucking flowers. He's the one that wants the chocolates. He's the one that wants you to take him to dinner before he gives up the cock. Okay? He's clearly that guy, okay? And then you have to fucking peg him afterwards. All right. So anyway, so she says that she's changed. She's not like she was 9 years ago, but is not comfortable with the whole yucky love stuff. Ugh. That's gross. Well, that's why you pull out. But anyway, so basically he's best friend, okay, and Michael is Jules' best friend, but yet she did not know that he's kind of a simp, okay, who needs a woman to romance him. She didn't know that about him, even though that's supposed to be her best friend. Get the fuck out of here, okay? Get the fuck out of here, okay? So anyway, so that happens. The next scene we have is the karaoke scene, but I'm going to stop my review right here, and I will be back shortly to continue my review of My Best Friend's Wedding. I thank you very much for watching this long, and I will see you soon on the next one. Bye.